What is up guys, Asra592 here, and welcome to another Knowledge for Glory video. In these videos, we look at tips and guidelines to help you guys become a better Vainglory player. And in today's video, we will be looking at 10 tips to help improve as a carry player. And also, these videos are directed to all tiers of players, whether you're just beginning or simply amazing. So with everything being said, let's get started. Tip number 1. Farming and last hitting. This is the backbone of any good carry player. You need gold to get items, and landing those last hits is the most consistent way to get it. So if you're consistently missing your CS, you need to practice it more. I would recommend Gold Rush in practice mode. I personally did 5 or 10 of these a day when I was starting out, and it helped me out a ton. So get in that practice and start killing some creeps. Tip number 2. Freezing the lane. To freeze the lane is to keep the minion wave from moving beyond a specific spot by only dealing the killing blow or last hitting the minions. Most times you would want to stick with this mentality, as it is safer to farm closer to your tower, and this also puts the enemy in a vulnerable position since they will be overextending to go for their last hits and can easily be ganked. Tip number 3. Harass the enemy when they go for a last hit. The concept of this is, since the enemy is using their auto attack to kill the minion, they can't auto attack you at the same time, leaving them open to your auto attacks, giving you the upper hand in trades. But bear in mind that heroes' attack range differ, and that is a factor when using this method. But if done correctly, you will be denying your enemy their CS while effectively winning trades and gaining lane control. Tip number 4. Push to tower after a kill. When you get a kill, you want your enemy to lose as much CS as possible. So you push the minion wave to their tower, making the tower kill the minion wave, denying the enemy carry of their last hits. Plus, when you recall and come back to the lane will be pushing to you since the tower killed the previous wave, giving you the opportunity to either freeze the lane again or request a gank. Tip number 5. After a kill, recall and get items. Let's say you get a kill on the enemy carry, but remain in the lane to get more CS. The enemy respawns and comes back into the lane with 2 weapon blades while you're still at 1. You won't essentially have an advantage over your enemy until you recall and buy your items. So don't overstay guys. Recall and get your items so you can be in a position to fully utilize your advantages. Tip number 6. Always have vision in the lane. Vision is important in general, but as a carry player, vision in the lane is also very important. It gives you information of your enemy's position as well as if they're planning to gank you. So if you have room, try to buy a scout trap or 2 and get your vision up. Remember, vision control is important and you always want to help your team out with it whenever you can. Tip number 7. Watch your minimap. Good map awareness is essential for any role in Vainglory, but for the carry role, you need to pay extra attention to your minimap to see if your teammates need you to rotate down from the lane to help them in small engagements or to take objectives. This one is very important guys, a lot of players fail to do this. Tip number 8. If you're losing your lane, try to farm and avoid damage. So if you're losing your matchup, getting ganked a lot, or the enemy is simply better than you, don't just give up. The least you could do to help your team is try to avoid damage, play as safe as possible and farm up. This way, once mid-game comes around and the team fighting starts, you can still be useful since you did farm up a bit and have a few of your items. Tip number 9. Watch your positioning in teamfights. You don't want to die at the beginning of teamfights, or your team will lose most of its damage. So you should try to let your captain or jungler take the enemy's initiation, unless you know you can outdamage, outplay, or have an escape skill to dodge the enemy's initiation. But usually, the only time the carry is in the front lines is if your team is sieging or trying to take objectives. And the final tip is, always auto attack every chance you get. Your job as a carry is to get fed, kill everything in front of you, and carry the game for your teammates. So every time you stop auto-attacking, your team's DPS or damage per second is cut 1/3. And so in teamfights, try to have a mindset where you have to auto-attack every chance you get. Remember, every auto-attack counts. So get out there guys, use these tips and carry your games. Alright guys, those are my tips. I hope they help you to improve as a carry player. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Leave a like if you found it helpful or enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. This is Astro592, and I'll see you guys next time.